Good morning, everyone. Happy Tribe Day. It's our Friday class. I'm so glad we can be together today. As always, I've got my handy assistant, Bailey, is going to be joining us for a little bit of downward dog. She's going to be down and she's going to be her dog, but she's joining us today. Today's class is going to be a mat-based class. We are going to stay low to the ground. We are going to be staying primarily down on the floor today. We're going to be working through a really gentle practice today. A little bit of self-love, a little bit of self-care today. I know for myself, I was just going through this roller coaster of a week where I just felt everything was just going so fast around me. We're nearing the end of our summer holiday time, and kids are going back to school, and there's this frenzy in the air. And so I thought, what better way than to offer a really grounding practice today? So I would like you all to make sure that you're comfortable, that you have what you need around you. We're going to take a nice, really nice slow pace today. So just making sure that you're as comfortable and cozy as possible. Make sure you honor your body and make any modifications that you feel is necessary for you today. So let's go ahead and make ourselves comfortable. Maybe you're slightly raised onto a bolster. Perhaps you're lying down on the ground. Maybe your lights are nice and dim and you're nice and cozy in your space. Let this be a time for you. And let's just begin by maybe just roll the shoulder blades back and down really gently. Just take a couple of little rolls here. If you're lying down on the ground, maybe your rolls will be a little bit smaller, but that's okay. That's all right. Just bring them back and down. And whenever you're ready, just bring them back and down and let them drift away from the ears. If you're lying down on the ground, begin to notice the spine, the back of the head, the tailbone, the sacrum, kind of pressing up against the earth. If you're in a seated position, whether you're in a chair, whether you're on your bolster, maybe begin to elongate through the spine with this idea of growing and being spacious within the body. As you do so, let the shoulders just drip down that little bit more. And just bringing some attention and some awareness to our physical body. Maybe noticing how your knees feel, your hips. Maybe taking a moment to just clear your throat. Soften your tongue from your palate. Just coming to this space with all the kindness that you can kind of collect and bring towards your heart. If your mind starts to wander and you start to find yourself in the turnstile of thoughts, take your attention back to your breathing. And remember, you may have to do this 1,000 times before you have that one moment of stillness, that one moment of pure awareness. So be kind to yourself. Start to allow the sits bones, if you're seated, to weigh into the ground. Imagine that you've got this plumb line coming up from the sky, down the crown of the head, down the spine, racing down to the center of the earth, breaking through all the different layers. And as this line makes its way to the center, it begins to wrap itself around the center of the core of the earth, anchoring you down. And as it's make its way, the last rotation, it starts to move its way up in the same direction as it came, moving all the way through all the different crusts and through the center of your body, working its way from your Muladhara chakra all the way to your crown chakra, right through the center of your body. And as the line releases past the crown of the head, reaching towards the heavens, towards the universe, let us take a moment to surrender here to the powers of the universe, honing in on our energy, and maybe just tuning into the energy around us. As you take the next few breaths, continue to feel the rise and fall of the belly as you inhale, and a gentle pulling in of the belly as you exhale. When you're ready, let us meet with our hands at heart center. And today, maybe your sole focus is just to breathe. Maybe if you have another intention that you need, please choose that. Otherwise, today, recite to yourself, I am breath. I am breath. I am breath. Go ahead and set your hands at the base of your tummy. If you're lying down, set your hands at the base of your belly button. If you're seated, allow your hands to just rest here at your lap. Take another couple of breaths in, settle into your mantra. Tuning in with the breath coming in, that life force coming into the body, and that life force leaving the body. And as you're ready, with as much kindness and softness, begin to slowly open your eyes. Begin to invite the room, all the things within the room, back into your visual sphere. And then whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and make our way onto the floor on our backs. Perhaps grabbing one block and your band or your strap. If you don't have a band or you have an elastic strap, go ahead and grab that. Setting nearby within arm's reach. Let's go ahead and make our way to the floor, drawing our knees in towards our heart. Relaxing through the upper body. As you draw the knees in, release the tailbone down. Perhaps go ahead and keep that right knee in towards the heart. Extend the left leg long, opening up the left hip. Knowing that if we're honoring our back today, maybe we keep the left knee bent. Perhaps we extend the left arm out to the side and rest the right hand on top of the knee and start to stir the pot with that right leg. Notice any resistance you may be holding on to here. Maybe notice any desire to control the movement. Can you surrender to it? Finding the range of motion that works best for your body. Allowing there to be a really nice, even flow, creating that circle within the sky. Planting that left hip down to the ground. Perhaps the next time you draw your knee in towards your heart, reverse the direction. Noticing how this feels. Again, not trying to control the movement, but rather trying to flow with the movement, with the leg. With this idea of not expecting anything in return, but rather just noticing. Continue to stay here just for a moment or two longer. Sometimes we hold on to tension we don't even realize we have. Let today be an opportunity for you to tune into that space. The next time you bring your knee back towards center, draw it in towards your heart with a gentle opening of the hip and a gentle pulling of the knee. Begin to slide your left foot in towards center, crossing the right ankle over the left knee and opening up the right hip. Perhaps staying here. Perhaps drawing the left thigh in towards your heart, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh. And we're going to hold for a little while longer. And as we do, with each second that moves forward, allow yourself to just release into it, surrendering to the universe, surrendering to your body. As you're ready, set your left foot down. Take your right foot, unwind it. Open the feet wide and allow your knees to drip in and out. Again, inviting a sense of flowiness, a sense of softness, a sense of love, a release of a end goal. As you're ready, make your way back towards center. Toe heel your feet so that they're back to a hip distance apart. Drawing the left knee in towards the heart and extending the right leg long. Should that feel good for your low back? Releasing the hip as you draw the left knee in towards the center. Gently draw the knee in as you release your breath. Perhaps you rest your left hand there and extend the right arm out and just move in a circular motion, stirring the pot here. Guiding the knee in the circular motion with the top of the hand resting on the knee. As you're moving into the body, do you find your mind starting to pull you away? Start to seek a distraction with the outer world. Can we practice pratyahara, the withdrawal of senses from the outer world, and draw your attention inward? Focusing on the breath, focusing on the mind, and on the body. As you draw your knee back towards center, let us begin to turn in the opposite direction. When we seek a sense of grounding, the first place we seek grounding or a tuning into our Muladhara chakra, we come to it from the physical body. We literally seek to connect down to the earth, to bring our awareness to our physical body, to begin to feel, to touch, to bring awareness to move ourselves out of the mind and into the body. When we can do that, we can listen to our bodies in the most intuitive, connected way. When we listen, we learn. Perhaps reverse your direction. The body tells a story. And too often the body's trying to recite stories and we're ignoring those stories. We're not listening to that gut feeling or being lured away by external expectations, refusing to tune in to what our body is saying. The next time you come through center, draw the knee in, slide the right foot in towards center. Take the left foot, cross it over the right, open the hip. Perhaps draw the right thigh in towards the heart, interlacing the fingers, and gently draw the thigh in towards your heart. And the body's intelligence is so striking. It's always sending us messages. It's always telling us, here I am. You need to do this. And when we take a moment to ground our body, that is an act of pure love for oneself, not an act of selfishness. As you're ready, set your right foot down. Unwind your left from your right, both feet wide. Begin to sway the knees in and out. The next time you bring yourself through center, go ahead and toe heel the feet and reach for your strap, and let's set the strap underneath the feet, 1 foot at a time, lengthening through the leg, maybe seeking a bit of a reach as we create space through the back of the leg, knowing that we want to tune into the body here. Want to notice, what is our legs telling us? Is it telling us to keep the knees a little bent? Is it telling us to let our body, the pose, fit our bodies today and not the body fit the pose? Do you find your upper body straining to hold the strap in an attempt to try to draw the legs further back? Can you even let that go? As your heels flex up towards the sky a little bit, toes gently pointing towards the back of the room. Just notice what the information your body's telling you here. You feel a little tightness through the back of the knee or through the calf. We look at that without even a word and just look at it and feel it. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and release your left leg, either long or in a bent position. Opening up the leg long. And as you extend the right leg, maybe with a little bend within the knee, I'd like you to see if you can really hook into your femur joint here. Settling the leg down into the floor, opening the right arm out to the side as you clasp the strap with your left, and gently draw that right leg through your midline, pulling your pelvis with you as you go into a gentle twist. Do you immediately come to this and feel this immediate rush of sensation from the outer edges of the hip all the way down the side of the leg? Can you soften into that space and deepen the breath? Maybe exploring the right leg, feeling that pull towards the earth. Maybe you can feel the softening of the knee. Notice what happens when you start to just succumb and surrender to, without feeling a need to do anything. This is that concept of being and not doing. Embracing this idea of the pose begins when you want it to end. Change happens when we can seek past any challenges and know that we have everything within us to get through it. There are no limitations. Slowly make your way back through center. Take your time. Go ahead and reset your sacrum back towards the center. Perhaps this time grabbing the strap into the right hand and gently opening towards the right, opening up the inner thigh. Knowing that if you need or require or want, maybe you don't even need it, but maybe today you just want a yoga block to let your leg rest on top of it. Please use it. I'm going to use it today. As you're ready, start to engage to the inner thighs, slowly lifting and guiding the right foot up towards center. Take the left leg and set it into the strap. Release the right leg long. Clasping the strap within the right arm, really pressing down into that hip joint, lengthening the leg as far as feels good for you. Extend the left arm out and begin to twist towards the right. Softening through the throat and through the heart. Taking the right leg long to the base of the mat. Bringing your pelvis with you as you twist. Softening your knee. Breathing in and breathing out and just releasing into it. Slowly begin to lift your left leg. Switch the grip into the left arm, extend the right arm, open to the left. Maybe use a block underneath your left leg just to offer some support. What is your body? What is your heart telling you right now? Are you trying to work against this, or are you trying to flow with it? As you're ready, make your way back in towards center. Releasing the left foot from the strap, set it to the side. Slowly recenter yourself onto your mat. If you shifted, bring your knees in towards center, feet press into the floor. Inhale, exhale, press into the feet as we extend our arms up overhead, finding our flowing bridge here. And exhale, roll down. And as we flow here, I'd like you to just notice, are you trying to strain into this, or are you just trying to find this watery flow? Opening your heart space, opening the front of the body, connecting down to the earth beneath you. Notice maybe as you move through these a few more times, you notice there's this really nice quality of movement that maybe begins to feel a little easier, a little less strained, a little less filled with expectation, and more of a surrendering to. The next time you wake yourself up into your bridge, lift your sacrum, reach your arms shoulder distance apart. Go ahead and set your hands down to the floor and begin to shimmy your shoulders underneath as you open your heart space and perhaps take a bind with the hands. Resting the shoulder blades back and down with the heart space open, pressing into the floor, engaging through the back of the body. Let us take the next 3 breaths to the belly, surrendering to this moment. When you're ready, release the hands. Continue to keep your pelvis lifted. Perhaps reach for your yoga block and then set it right down underneath the sacrum and set your sacrum down. From here, draw your right knee in and then your left, drawing the knees in towards the chest. Maybe you have a bolster, and the bolster can be used as well. It's a little softer than your yoga block. Really entirely up to you. If you don't have either, just bring your knees in towards your chest. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take your left knee, drawing in towards your heart, extend your right leg long. And as you extend it long, seek to create space in the hip. Seek to find a release through the front of the body as you release the hip down to the floor. Perhaps we release the right arm, keeping the left knee in, and we sweep the left right arm all the way up and over and gently find our way into a gentle side bend. Perhaps taking the right foot a little bit over towards the left, opening up the psoas, opening up the ribs. As you're ready, make your way back in towards center. Slide the arm out to the side. Pull the right knee in towards the heart. Take the left leg long. Extending the left leg, opening up the hip. Drawing the right knee in towards the heart. Releasing the left arm, sweeping it all the way up and over, reaching the arm overhead. Maybe gently making your way into a side bend here. Then taking the left leg a little bit over to the right. As you're ready, slide yourself back through center, sweeping the arm all the way down. As you reach down, bring both knees in towards the chest. Pull the knees in. And then set the feet back down to the floor, lifting the sacrum just enough so that you can slide the block or the bolster away. And then when you're ready, go ahead and rock yourself onto your favorite side. And then press yourself up, and we're going to come right into our all fours position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Pressing wide through the hands, tops of the feet rest onto the floor. Back is long. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, roll the shoulder blades back as you find your way into cow. Exhale, pull the belly in, tuck the tail under, release the neck down towards the knees. Inhale, find your cow. Exhale, find your cat. Go ahead and make your way, moving your body in your own perfect pace, at your own perfect pace. Moving, expanding, and contracting. Can you do this with a real sense of ease? A sense of just following your own internal pace, your own internal rhythm, whatever feels right for you. And then when you're ready, let's finish with one more cat, one more cow. Make our way right back into our tabletop position. And from here, let's go ahead and bring our left knee a little bit closer to center. Extend the right leg. As you reach that right leg long, we're going to cross it over our midline. Bend into our right knee so that it's crossed right behind the left knee. Shift our hips gently back. Take a moment to breathe here. Relax the low back, relax the upper body, relax the knees. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come back through center. Extend the right leg long, slide it back towards center, draw the knee towards the floor, bringing the right knee in towards the center of your body a little closer. As you extend the left leg long, toes touch to the ground, cross it past your midline, and then bend into that left knee. Both feet widen as you press back. Pressing the hands into the floor, releasing the shoulders, the low back, the heart space. As you're ready, shift your weight forward. Extend the right leg long, left leg long, and then cross it back through center. Knees will widen, big toes will come together, and let's press back into child's pose. Today, we're going to stack our hands if that feels good for you. Let the elbows pull in towards center, release the forehead to the hands. Take a moment to relax in through the shoulders and through the heart. As you take this moment of rest here, remind yourself of your mantra, I am breath. The next time you take your inhale, we'll slowly shift back. And we're going to come on to our sits bones, making our way into a seated position in preparation for Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet are going to come together. Knees are going to remain wide. As you press the feet together, maybe you rest your hands right above the ankle. Perhaps we simply rock ourselves side to side, shifting the flesh, connecting down through the sits bones, remembering to re-anchor your body. Maybe you lead with your heart forward, bending the elbows wide. Maybe you cup the toes with your hands as we come into a forward bend. And as we hold here for about 5 to 7 breaths, see if you can release the back of the body. Release any tension in the heart. Allowing this opportunity to surrender to what is, to this moment. When you're ready, we'll slowly restack the spine, come back through center. We'll guide the right knee over and we'll shift a little bit onto the left hip here. Maybe your knees are wide as we find a little bit of that placement of the pelvis. Left hand is going to rest back. Right hand will shift over towards the left knee. As we tip or twist, let's take our right hip gently with us as we come into a gentle twist. Trying to release in through the right knee, trying to lift that sacrum or that hip right off the ground, really inviting an opening through the twist. As you're ready, unwind your body, low back, mid back, upper back. Go ahead and bring your feet over to the other side. Maybe your knees gently stack on top one another. As you're ready, the right arm is going to rest back, lift up through the spine, take the left hand over to the right knee and gently twist, bringing your left hip with you. Notice if as you go into the twist with the little lift of the hip that you have a little more space here, a little less friction in the body, more of a really nice, comfortable twist. Unwind from your tailbone, mid back, upper back. Go ahead and extend out through the legs, flexing through the feet, opening wide. Readjusting so that your pelvis is nice and neutral. Let's go ahead with a long back, lead with your heart, walk your hands forward. Maybe you take your block and you rest your forearms. Maybe you want to expand through the arms to stretch the back of the shoulders, the back of the spine. And then when you're ready, slowly press your hands into the floor, restack the spine, slide the feet together, and just gently bend and stretch, releasing the legs. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and make our way into Shavasana today. I'd like you to find a blanket, maybe a pillow, whatever you want to make yourself as comfortable as possible today. Maybe you take your bolster and you set it underneath your knees to rise the knees. Maybe your knees remain bent. And as you make your way down to the earth, reconnecting the back of the body, settling into this space of simply being. Right now, taking any veils of expectation, need to do, need to be, and just tune in with your inner self and who you are right now. Not the labels of wife, not the labels of mother, not the label of friend, but who you really are, just you right now. If your mind is being pulled away in a different direction, take your breath and bring it to the forefront of your thoughts. Allow your shoulders to release. Allow your eyes to soften. Allow yourself to rest. Now, before we begin to take ourselves back into our physical world, let us take an opportunity here just to breathe into the body, breathing in that life force, breathing out that life force. Maybe you gently begin to touch each fingertip to your thumb, just noticing how it feels. Maybe you create a little movement through the feet and through the toes. Perhaps if you want to, take your arms and take a good morning stretch, extending the body long. And then whenever you're ready, make your way onto your side, just as a little transition point. And then with all the kindness towards yourself, harboring this feeling of quiet from within, let us take it with us as we press ourselves up into Sukhasana. Let us meet with our hands at heart center. And with a gentle bow of our head towards our hands and our thumbs pressing towards our heart, let us take a moment to acknowledge all those before us that have taught us the path of yoga, honoring them for their efforts, their teachings, and their knowledge. May your heart always stay warm, and may your smile always stay broad. And may the light that shines in me honor and see the light that shines in you. Namaste. As always, thank you, thank you, thank you. From my heart to yours, I am so honored to practice with you today. I wish you nothing but the most glorious weekend with your friends and family. Remember to self-love, to self-care, and to self-honor. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.